Hello, my Zoom users. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me on Zoom today. We are so excited to be bringing you the power behind the box. This seminar today is going to be action-packed with items that you can take to generate more leads, convert more business, close more deals, make more relationships, and connect with more people. Business owners, you can do so much with the power of influence, marketing, and a strong exposure. This is Xiomara. We're recording on Zoom. People are waiting in the waiting room. But what do you want to say to the people? Why are we doing this today? What's the purpose?
The purpose of this is to inspire you guys all to go out there and know that you can do it and use the box to attract more buyers and sellers to you. So, you know, take a lot of notes today, guys.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of good information is gonna be given out, and so that you guys can put it to use in your business.
Absolutely. And we're gonna send you information about our next training and our community. We're so excited. We built a community just for you, Agent Growth Circle. We are Agent Growth Circle. We're forming a circle to help agents grow. Do you want to be a part of it?
Everyone,
Good morning.
I think you haven't ate breakfast yet.
Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Jesus. I'm the CEO and owner of arreglocredito.com. In English, it's creditrepair.com, but I cannot use it because it's already trademarked. But we did it in Spanish. Arreglocredito.com, we specialize in help those clients with credit needs. I would say we've been in business since 2006 until 2016. I've been in business since 2008. We don't charge in advance. We don't charge monthly fees because that's illegal. You have a company that charge you in advance, that charge you monthly fees is illegal. Please educate your clients. Don't turn down any clients. If you have any clients that need credit repair, don't send them away. Send it to us. We help them and we send it back to you. That client may be not qualified right now, but in 4, 6, 8 months, we'll come back to you and you will have a closing. On the back is Newton Bias. He's my sales manager. We will be here today. If you have any questions, any concerns, please don't hesitate to ask us. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. You're not going anywhere.
Why?
Listen, Jesus has been an amazing support to our Latino community within Level Up. He was really excited when Xiomara and I came to him and told him that it is time that the English population know what we got going on here. Okay, so we are breaking barriers today. Jesus, thank you so much. How can they get in contact with you?
You can give us a call at 407-749-6549. I will send you girls all my information that you can pass. On that information, I want to thank you and tell LPT and Level Up because of them, we've been traveling with them to Houston, El Paso. Now we're going to Georgia. We're going to different places. It would be more than amazing to have an excellent team and an excellent company like you guys.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to grow the English right there with the Spanish and do these events together. Thank you so much, Jesus. Bye. And he brought us lunch, ladies. So make sure you clap a little louder so we could get, some food. All right, guys. So far, virtually, can everyone hear us? So we just want to do a mic check. How do we look? Do we look good?
We got our IT over there.
Yes. IT's on the phone. Are we getting thumbs up?
know. I'm assuming everyone can hear us. Thank you.
So, guys, if you don't know, I am Jasmine Ramirez, and this is my beautiful, bold partner, Xiomara Pichardo. So, why are we here today?
Well, we are here today to introduce a lot of exciting news that we have coming up, Jasmine and I. I think she already kind of mentioned a little bit about this brand new community that we have for all you agents. We want to be able to empower you all, inspire, and help you guys grow your business, right? So today, that is one of the reasons why we're here, right, today. is to introduce you guys to this, welcome you guys,
El PC, mami,
so
el
that everyone
PC.
can join, and we're going to continue to do these on a monthly basis.
Yes,
And,
virtually and in person.
yeah.
And in between, we'll have virtual meetings for important information that you can learn of other resources that will help you within your business. So we may have like an inspector that does a Zoom meeting. We may have an investor. We may have our partner, McQuell, who is doing property closers. He specializes in distressed properties, how to work with investors, how to work with buyers. You know, there's a whole university of,
we have a ton of stuff coming, literally.
No, but I believe real estate is like a university, and there's just so many different degrees within this university. And once you own in on exactly who you are, what your purpose is, you're going to connect. And our purpose is to connect with you where you're at, so we can help you grow, and we can grow this even bigger. Yes. So without further ado, we are really excited to bring on our special guest, okay? Jasmin Lesser. Let me tell you about Jasmin, okay? We have this thing where I'm like, we're in Zooms and they call her Jasmine, and I can see her like squinching.
I do it all the time, and you correct me.
And it's the funniest thing because I'm like, they're calling my name, but she's like, no, it's Jasmin. So Jasmin is, okay. Yeah, Jasmin is a new agent development trainer within the boot camp that we have at our corporate office, which is also virtually and in person. She's one of the trainers that teaches the open house. She works alongside Coach Dean and Andrew Brooks, who's on technology over there. And together they have formed this amazing leadership that trains the agents. So we thought, why not invite them from the corporate office, right? And teach us a little bit about what it takes to take one listing and multiply it 3 times, right? What it takes to connect with business owners in the community that you want to be an authority in. What does it take to connect with homeowners that may not want to sell right now, but maybe need to sell in the next 6 months, next year? How do you build those relationships now to a point that you're constantly connecting with them, you're constantly in their face, right? We have this amazing toolbox that Jasmin's going to go over. But right now, we're going to talk about how has your team benefited with this box, and what has your team been doing in the communities to really put some authority figure there.
Okay, actually, instead of asking me, right, since they are the ones that are out there doing this, how about I get a couple of you?
Oh, wow.
to tell me how it's going, right?
Oh, you got to come up for that.
They're the ones that are out there.
Come on, Jackie.
Grinding every single day. Come on.
Guys, it's getting hot here. I'm going to have to like
Stefania, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot.
Come on.
Because you girls are killing it. I see the hustle.
Yes.
You guys are out there putting in the work.
Let me tell you a little story about Jackie. Come here, Jackie.
Come on up, Jackie.
Give her the mic. It's Jackie's turn. Come here, Jackie. We need.
Come on, you can hold it.
I'm good with that. Okay, so Jackie is part of Xiomara's team, and one day I'm going to tell the story, right? So Jackie has a lender that cancels out on her at last minute to an open house, right? We were doing the boot camp, so I'm very close with Xiomara's team, and I'm checking in on them. Like, what do you need? How can I help? And plus, I have a summer, kidless summer, so I'm just traveling and having fun. But Jackie calls me, and she's like, the lender canceled that last minute. I'm going to do this open house alone. You know, I said, no, you're not. How quick can you be here? And what do you need me to bring? And literally we live in the same community, near the same community. And literally within 10 minutes, she was at my house. I had sneakers on, jeans, a hat, a shirt. I was ready to go. Hot Miami minute, right? And what did we accomplish that day? What did we do with this box and the marketing material and everything that we have going out there?
So previously to the open house, I actually was able to pass out a lot of my door hangers. And that day of as well, Jasmine, whenever we had a break, she went out and passed out some more flyers as well to invite the neighbors in the community. And then we also got a couple of buyers that came in that were interested, that we were able to connect with some of our preferred lenders. unfortunately, we did not close with any of them, but it was nice to come and get so much attraction and having them bring in those flyers with them. So
yeah, we had an interesting buyer that we worked together and followed up with her for about 3 months. She ended up buying on her own, but that's okay. We knew the risk when we were working with her, and we still chose to have it like a learning experience. But you know, Jackie told me as I love to train and coach. Like I'm a magnet to it. So we're in this car ride. It's about a 30-minute ride, and I'm asking Jackie, what do you want to focus on? What calls you? Where do you want to grow? Where do you see yourself? What are you doing? You know, we're having these conversations, and she's like, I'm gonna dominate Meadowwoods. I grew up here, and although I don't live here anymore, that doesn't mean that I don't know the neighborhood. And she's like, I'm gonna dominate it. And she's been doing open houses relentlessly the entire summer. Like, what's that experience been like, and how has this box helped you?
It's been good. It's been nice to have the box and not having to go to Office Max to like print flyers on my own. It's nice to have this box that has flyers that I'm always able not only to door hang, but also send out mail to them. So that way, 1 month I'll do the door hang, and next month I'll do the mail to them. That way, I'm constantly in their face.
Yeah. Do you like to prospect and go out there and get business? Let's be real.
Not really, but I guess
Can we
it's
keep
my
it real?
exercise time, and I'll just put on my watch. And those are my
I was going to
walking.
ask you, so what do you do to get yourself in the mindset to be like, all right, I'm going to go out there and go get business. I'm going to go meet people. I'm not going to wait for business to just drop from the sky or somebody call me on a referral.
Well, just the fact that I'm sitting at home not getting anything, so I might as well just get out there and pass out the flyers and get my exercise at the same time. It's a win-win for me.
There you go. You have kids. Do they help?
Yes, sometimes they do help me with loading the car and staying quiet when I need them to be.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you, ladies.
All right, there you go. So prospecting is not only phone calls, guys. Just give me a thumbs up and I'll be ready when you are. Prospecting is not only a phone call game, okay? Prospecting, you should be walking and prospecting everywhere you go. Your conversations should be like talking to people like they're friends, they're your friends, and you can do that with this material. You have a reason, right? I saw this Instagram reel where this guy, he had a brand new pizzeria in the neighborhood. He wanted for the neighbors to know, and instead of just sending flyers, you know what this guy did? I'll post it if you guys need to see it. If you join, once you join our community, I'll post it. This guy went with a large cheese and a large pepperoni, and he knocked on the door. Okay, talk about bring the product. And he says just like this, hey Clara, my name's Jasmine. I'm with Jasmine's Best Pizza in town, and I happen to have a cheese and a pepperoni pizza. Your neighbor Joey just bought a cheese. I got a pepperoni left. Would you like it? And they're like, how much is it? And then, well, not right now, but if you give me your information now that you're new in the neighborhood, I'll call you for a pizza. He's like, all right. And then he goes to give a flyer. He's like, what kind do you got in there? And he opens the box. And as soon as he opens the box, okay, the smell of pizza comes out. Guess what he does? He buys that box of pizza.
Wow.
He sold 10 boxes of pizza in the neighborhood that day at $18 a pop, just because he knew that that was a supply and demand, and that he brought the supply to a demand. There's always a demand out there. Our job is to go get it, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
No,
Come
no,
on
no,
in.
go ahead. That's correct. Just to go get
So
it.
our job is
Yeah.
to go out and provide that supply, right? Are we going to sit down and wait to find out when the neighbor is selling their house and another agent got that? Or are we going to let these neighbors know who we are, what we're about? And we were after a listing in our area, and we couldn't track down the owner. It's listed with someone else.
Yeah.
Maybe they were more relentless than us. But I can tell you, it sucks to see another listing in your community when you know that you could be servicing it. You know that you could do an open house and be there in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Right? So, all right, guys, we are excited to bring Jasmine in. I think she's ready with her marketing material. She's got her presentation. Jasmine, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, give her. I gotta put this one also.
No, you're good, girl. Just show up.
Instead of sweating, I'm glowing.
You want? Let me give her a formal introduction here, okay? So Jasmine and I work together.
So you don't. Let me just move my materials over here then, since I'm going to be standing close. I know, I ran out of my house so fast.
She just looked like she was ready to go, so I was like, okay, go.
Ready.
I'm like, wait, I got to introduce you. Jasmine and Jasmine. Okay, so Jasmine, as I mentioned, she's a trainer at the New Agent Boot Camp. You know, she does an amazing job. I love her personality. We are the complete opposite, okay? We join a Monday mastermind call every Monday morning at 9 a.m. sharp, right? We got some killers on that call, you know. We've got some killers. And we're always talking about our goals, keeping each other accountable, what we're doing. I've seen Jasmine just flourish and grow her way with her personality. She loves to help people. She has this like really heart of gold. So she's not as hyper as me. So it's gonna like twiddle down here. But
You know,
but we balance each other so well. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for bringing the box. What's the most exciting thing that you think that they're gonna walk away with today? What's your goal for them?
I hope to give you guys some passion. I hope for you to be able to be as passionate about this box as I am, and to give you an opportunity to have conversations with people that you wouldn't normally have, and also to gain more prospects. You have this powerful box right here that I'm going to teach you is going to boost your listings. And to be able to do that, first you got to learn, right? Learning is earning. So I'm excited to teach you guys, and hopefully you get something out of it other than hearing my voice.
All right. Well, thank you, Jasmine, for joining us.
Thank you. Well, hello, everyone. I apologize for my Floridian attire, but we're here today. This is what I usually wear to the boot camp to teach. I feel most comfortable in my jeans, and I sell better in my jeans, so I sell in my jeans. I look like my mother, like trying to try on, a kid putting on their mom's shoes or coat when I wear a blazer. So I just figured this is my brand, and your brand is your brand. So hello, good morning, good afternoon, welcome. As Jasmine said, my name is Jasmine Lesser, and I am a trainer and a realtor with the Real Estate Collective with Andrew, who is standing up now, and everyone else. I do the corporate boot camp every month. I do my Wednesdays usually me, and I teach on open houses and mastering open house success. So I'm really excited to be here today because I've taught on the open house box, and I've taught on the digital power packs and all of that. And this is the first time I'm actually coming out here to teach you about the listing power box. Now, what you see with these boxes is usually about the same kind of product, but they all have different functions for each of them. The listing one and the open house, two totally separate agents, two totally separate goals, and two totally separate outcomes. They're not trying to get the listing, they're trying to get the clients. So it's a little bit different when it comes to these things, but I'm going to teach you all about that in the hour that you're with me. Hopefully we'll cut it down to maybe 15 minutes so we can have time for some questions. So today's agenda, can I stand over here? Is that okay? Can I do it this way? Is that better? I feel like Vanna White right now, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, some of the key features that Robert Palmer teaches on the Power Pack itself. The contents, of course, I love doing things in threes. 3 is my favorite number. I got married at 33. I love the number 33. So 3 is my favorite number. So I do things in threes whenever I teach. The what, the why, and the how. What it is, why I think it's great, and how you can use it with your business. Now, of course, everything that I'm going to be telling you is based on things that I've learned through trial and error and through practice. So take what you'd like and leave the rest. Then I'll give you some additional tips. And then finally, I get to feature Coach Keith Dean in our 60 and 60-day challenge, which you might have seen on the Facebook group. And I'm challenging you out there in internet land and everybody here in the live audience to be able to go ahead and do that, have some conversations, and hopefully get some listings and some business, right? Who doesn't want a commission check? So that is what's on the agenda today. I'm going to be doing this when I want my slides to change. It's fun. So a little bit about me, so that you know the lady that is standing in front of you today. My name is Jasmin with a J. It's fun. It's German. And I have had about 15 years of sales experience. I've sold everything from perfume bottles to doors that are on cars for rides at theme parks. So everything, I know it's weird, but I could sell, right? It's in my blood, my family sells, so I sold. So I decided, what's the biggest thing that I can sell? What's the biggest thing? A house. All right, let's give it a shot. And I did. I ended up selling 1, 2, 3 or more, and I've been doing it for about 6 years. Again, I'm the New Agent Bootcamp trainer at featured in the cornerstone of Mastering Open House Success. Really fun class, 2 hours long of hearing my voice, so you should definitely come out and see it. It's even more fun in person, right? And I'm also a member of the Real Estate Collective, and I am the theme park realtor. I coined myself that because my husband's working in the theme parks. I'm there all the time. Might as well make some money from it, right? If I'm going all the time. All right, so let's talk about the Power Pack. I apologize for turning around so much. So let's get to know the box that started it all. Just 1 second. 1 second. So when we're thinking about what happened with the Power Pack, how it got started, all of that, we want to think about Robert Palmer. So he was working with RP Funding. As far as I know, and Coach Dean's going to smite me if I tell this story wrong. And go ahead, Jasmine, tell me if I'm telling this story wrong. But he noticed that there was an issue with listings and marketing for agents. They weren't specifically focusing on the property as much as they were the agent. And you're seeing a lot of distractions on Zillow, all those things. I'm going to keep bringing this up over and over again because it's true. There was no marketing that featured the seller specifically and had all roads lead back to the seller. Listing agents had a lot of digital. They had a lot of social media, but they didn't have a lot of print. There wasn't a lot of handheld, finite, tangible things you can hold in your hand. Thus, the Power Pack. This was the thing that started LPT Realty, Listing Power Tools. That's what this box was. So he created this for us, and he did it very intelligently. Nothing that Robert Palmer does is, what was that word? Now my brain farted. I looked around for a second. Unintentional. Everything has a purpose. Everything has a reason, down to the box. So the first thing that's, why choose the Power Pack, right? We've got all these other options that we can do. We can do list reports. It's cheaper for us. At least we thought it was, right? We think we can just make it ourselves, make it on Canva. Well, I mean, come on now. There's impressive product engineering. It's designed specifically with the seller in mind. This box, I'm so sorry, it's not about you. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the seller. It also is beautiful. I mean, look at this stuff. This stuff is gorgeous, and not just because Xiomara's on it, right? But it is gorgeous. I mean, look at the products. If you have high definition photographs, having this makes you look good. So it does help you in a big way. Also, it's a patented product. It's often imitated but never duplicated. What's really cool about this is you've seen other companies. I'm just going to say PXP, JW, all of these ones that I'm not going to say, but they've all tried to copy the box. They've tried to make it their own. You can't do that. You can't exactly have it because you patented it. Smart guy, I'm telling you. Being a programmer and a business guy and a nice guy, I mean, it's the full package there. And a marketer. I mean, he was very smart, very intelligent. And as we go through each product, you're going to see how smart it really was. It's a fantastic addition to your marketing regimen. And I'll tell you how to use it in your listings to make them go, what? I do it every time. Always get the listing. I mean, so far, I've gotten every listing that I'm trying to get. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each product. But before we do that, let's get into some of the key features that Robert Palmer was talking about when it came to this. He had 3 things that he wanted to be able to bring to each product. I'm not going to get into a huge amount of what they are, because if you go onto the knowledge base, you can find Robert Palmer's listing presentation, and he talks about all of them. But the first one that we're going to talk about is exposure. So the biggest thing for sellers is they need their property to be seen. The more eyeballs you get on a property, the more likely it's going to sell. This is stuff we know, but it's not stuff that the seller knows. So when you're talking to the seller saying, listen, all of these products give you some range of exposure when it comes to this. It taps into the unreached markets. There's a lot of people on Zillow. There's a lot of people who have agents that are on the MLS. But what about the people who aren't on Zillow and the people who aren't on the MLS? What about people who hate computers? You still have to be able to reach them and to be able to use, as I said, a tangible product. This can be very helpful to get that exposure out to that market that isn't being seen. The next thing, and I love this, I use this all the time. I practiced it so much, I was blue in the face. Recognition through repetition. Now, as you've noticed, all of these products that we're looking at today, they all kind of look a little similar, don't they? This is the neighborhood report, and this is the large flyer. The only thing that's different is that giant inside, right? But I mean, it's the same stuff, and that's good reason. If you see the same thing, if I were to ask you, I want to know if anyone knows a brand, show of hands. It's red, it's got cursive writing, and it's for a drink. with white cursive writing. What is it? Coca-Cola, right? If I show you a circle with two little circles forming ears and a head, what am I talking about? Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. So we talk about recognition through repetition. If you see, I mean, I found out this statistic that Mickey Mouse is more recognizable than Jesus Christ. More people know who Mickey Mouse is, and it's through repetition. You see the same slogan, you see the same logo, you see the same thing, and you realize what it is. It's for this house. Oh, I've seen this house before. You know when you're going to buy a car and you see the same car as you're driving? Same thing. Yes. Yeah, that's true. And emotion. Now, when we go to list as listing agents, we list through logic, right? We're like, give me the best price. Give me the best closing. I want to see this. But when people go to buy, they buy with their hearts. They buy with emotion. So we need to be able to tap into emotion. And Robert Palmer, he does this inner range with the products. Some products are not as emotional as others. Some of the ones with a personal touch, and that's a lot of emotion. But engaging with this emotion, you then get an opportunity to engage with the buyers that have that same emotion, and it gets more money for your house. So those are the three things that Robert put in every single product. But he also put text capture technology. I call it TCT because it's a mouthful, but it's used through AR response, so automatic response technology. Who here has not ordered a power pack yet? Have you? No? Okay, awesome. Then I'll tell you all about it. But of course, you guys all know.
There's some material on the tables. You guys can touch it, feel it.
Oh yeah, I'm also going to be handing. Yeah, I'll be handing out each product so that you guys can watch it while we're talking. And since there's 3 tables, I'll give out 3 to each table, and you guys can just have it. But thank you so much for putting them out there because great minds think alike. So I'll just explain it briefly, and then I'll just go through this. This is what you're going to be wanting to tell your seller within reason. The last one you're not going to want to say. But within reason, these are the things that you're going to want to tell your seller. I took this from my PowerPoint that I used to present when I'm auditioning. So this is very similar, but I took a little bit and I changed it for agents. So what happens to the one who has not bought the Power Pack, and for you online who have not done it either, is when someone is driving by their house, the house, and they see something like this, right? Or they see a flyer and they see something like this at the bottom. Call this number, text this to this number for more information. What happens is they get sent a text, an automatic text message with the information from a property website, one of a kind, only to the listing. It's only for the listing. It's got all the information that you will possibly give, because it's up to you to provide all of that information. But all the stuff that you provide is on there. It's no Zillow. There's no other property competing for it. You don't see 4 other properties, just this one. They get sent a text message depending on which program you choose. Then after that, their phone number gets put into a listing leads platform where you're then able to contact that person, said person, from their phone number that's been put into the system. So it's quick and easy to access for buyers. It auto responds. AR technology helps reach the buyers faster. You don't have to call the listing agent. You don't have to talk to anybody. You just text it. I know there's a lot of people who don't want to talk to anyone. No, a lot of people don't like to pick up the phone. And funny enough, a lot of realtors don't like to pick up the phone. So if you're able to text it, it's a lot easier than having to call, right? Or have to talk to someone. Calling is the same thing. It does the same thing. And it's one-of-a-kind website, as I said, just go straight to them. That's something that we've already designed that comes in once you put it in for that listing Power Pack. And then you also get an opportunity for conversation. You can talk to buyers. That's what we tell our sellers. When we have this moment, we're getting prospects. They're coming in just from the sign writers or the flyers. It's also infused in every product. Some a lot bigger than others. And you'll notice that some of them are a lot smaller as far as the branding, because what? This is not about you. This is about the house. So any opportunity to brand the house and brand you less, they're going to do their utmost. But Robert was very kind to the agents to make sure your face is seen in every single product as well. And it's prospects for you, or prospects for them, leads for you. I said prospects for you. Can you tell I've been doing this PowerPoint to sellers? Prospects for them and leads for you. It's inbound. You just let them roll in. Even cooler with that open house Power Pack, right? Because you're not the listing agent when it comes to that. All right, so I'm going to do it quick. Since you haven't ordered your Power Pack yet, I have a quick little slide for that so that you're able to do it. I added it in last minute, but I figured it would be helpful for those of you who are at home who haven't done it, or those of you who need a refresher as far as the class.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, any questions about touch tech technology? Are we good? Okay.
Awesome. You're doing amazing.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Jasmine.
So this is blurry, but that's okay. You get the gist. You know what it is. You know what it is, right? It's a website. So this is the LPT Connect, right? You probably recognize it when you sign in and you go to .loop. Right over here is the listing power tools. I had arrows, but that was my other presentation, so I'm going to point. So listing power tools right here, and you're going to click on that, and then it's going to take you to this page, and it's going to say view or properties and order, or new properties. You're going to click the new one since you're going to have a listing. It's brand new. You're ordering a power pack. So you put in that properties information, and then you're going to get up to a bigger page like this. This is for the website. This is so that you're able to put that information in. Please, please fill it out completely. Put everything you can. You're competing against Zillow here. You're competing against the MLS and other agents giving false information if they don't know it, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So make sure that you give all of the information that you possibly can. As you can see, I did that. Now, I didn't do the long response. I did the short description because there's not too much to say about the property. If there was more I needed to say, then I would. Now, you have an opportunity to do 3 photos here because that's what's going to be on this. As you can see, you've got the property exterior, and then you have 2 other photos. So you're going to fill that in. However, there's an opportunity for you to add additional photos, and I added about 20. I added as many as I could because I want them to be able to feel like this is their Zillow. This is their opportunity to see the platform and understand the property better. That way, the only person that they contact is me, the listing agent. That all roads lead back to us. So once you've done that, you're going to go ahead, you're going to click on the Power Pack. Then you're going to click on Classic. If you do the other 2, you're not going to get this box. You're going to get a different box. So make sure you're looking at the right box. And then you're going to click Just List. If you were doing an open house, you click Open House. And if you needed a custom one, you could do custom. But we go ahead and we click Just Listed. And then this is going to show up. So this is an area where you're generating your preview. You have to put in the tagline before you can generate the preview, but you have the opportunity. Now, please, promise me, everybody raise their hand right now and say after me.
I gotta know what I'm raising my hand.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm not that right.
You're going to agree. No, Jasmine, you'll agree. Repeat after me. I will click neighborhood report. Yes, you will. You will click the neighborhood report. If you don't, you don't get really cool, that awesome, the most amazing thing. Are you kidding me? Why are you not? Click, 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 click. It's free. The pack is free for you anyways. Granted, you pay for the photography. You can tell your listings it's free.
Thing is done.
The ladies that don't
I did.
You have your laptop because I believe in taking action.
It's on it. I really did it.
Learn from my mistakes.
I put their dice on everything.
So learning every day.
Yes.
I did.
Partners are over there looking at me like, really?
Make sure you click neighborhood and go ahead as soon as I'm done using my beautiful voice, you're going to sign up for that power pack. Because guess what? When you first start, you get one for free. How nice is that? It's your sample. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, Sam Place. Do you know how long it took me to realize that word said sample? My husband told me. I was like, look, this is Sam Place. He's like, yeah, Sam Place, sample. But I have some tips on the neighborhood report as far as Sam Place once I get into that. But what you're going to want to do is generate the preview. You can go ahead and add your team's logo. And if you wanted to put your own logo, as I believe that's $10 extra. Am I right? It went up. Yeah, it went up $10. $10 extra. So that is going to be the power pack. You are going to have to pay for shipping unless you pick it up in Sanford or in Nevada, whichever state that you're in. So go ahead and make sure that you understand you might have to pay $23, $43, depending on where you live, or free if you just want to haul it over to headquarters printing office. So this is the listing leads platform. So this is what's going to happen once they call and they come in. So this is the same section. You're still on listing power tools in order to access these leads. This is the place where you're going to be ordering your boxes and getting your leads. It's going to say the listing leads platform settings. I cut off some of the leads in the next slide, but I want to just give enough that people could see it from January. Wait, sorry, go back. So this is where you're going to go ahead and say whether or not you're having automatic responses sent, what's going to happen. If you're not paying the $5, I do believe if you don't pay the $5, they cut that off. But if you do pay the $5, you have the opportunity to edit. The only difference between those two is it's like getting a premier subscription. So instead of having just the free subscription, where when they call, they get an automatic response and a text message. Instead, if you pay the $5, as far as I believe, they call and your phone rings. You can pick it up directly and talk to them. $5. I would say it's a good investment on every single one of your listings, but do it tactfully if you feel like that's too much of an expense for you. If you're already hauling out the photography and all these other things, it can add up. So use your best judgment on that one. And so this is the listing lead settings. As I said, I cut out some of this stuff. But what you can see here is it says the phone number, how many times they called, and how many times they were on the website. So 2 or 3 times, 5 to 10 times. They really love it. 17 times. It's just going to depend on that. So perfect. All right. For the moment you've all been waiting for, let's get into this box. Yay! Yeah, let's do it. Thank you for listening to me talk. Power of the box. Featuring me. So let's talk about what's inside. So this is a brief overview of what's inside the box. Now, I didn't include the neighborhood report because if you don't click it, you're not going to get it. So it's there, but you have to click it. You guys already swore to me, so you will be clicking it. So you get 1 sign writer, 24 large flyers, 28 small flyers, 16 postcards, 15 folding business cards, 20 double-sided business cards for good reason, 12 folding cards, and 42 door hangers. And then you'll also get that neighborhood report. I can't remember how many are in there. 14, 12? I can't remember. You get a good amount. You get enough. You get enough. So let's talk about these individual things. All right. So we're going to do the what, the why, and the how. So this is the sign writer. Here you go. I'm going to pass this around to the group so that everybody can hold it and know it. This is going to be a really great addition to your listings. So I'm going to pass this out. Just want to hold it, pass it along. Show and tell. So what it is, it's a high definition sign that has the 3 properties on it and is featured, the text capture technology is involved in it as well. It's a great addition to the listing sign, as I said. Sometimes I beat myself to the punch. It replaces the tubes. If you look at like before they started using text capture technology, you'd see sign writers that were tubes, right? It was a tube and there's a piece of paper, you pull it out and there's the flyer. This is basically replacing that. And that's what you're going to tell your sellers. These are things, the first ones that you're going to want to say, this is exactly what you'd want to tell your sellers. It's high definition photos with text capture technology included. And it's going to replace, it replaces the tubes a little bit, but leads are forwarded to a dedicated website featuring all your property information. Now, the whys are going to be something that you could add, but make sure it's not agent specific, as my PowerPoint is right now specific to you all. It's going to be a great addition. It replaces the tubes, and it's that one-of-a-kind website. No competition. Now, how? This one's very simple. Attach it to the listing sign. Put on listing sign, and then you're good to go. The best thing about the Power Pack, as I said, Robert thought of everything. There are zip ties that are included in your Power Pack, so you can zip tie that right on out. Always keep a pair of scissors in your car. Trust me. So you're just going to attach it to the sign. The next one that we're going to talk about is the large flyer. So these are the large flyers. I'm going to pass these out to you guys as well. When I get a moment. There we go. I know I'm making a mess over here. So these are the large flyers. I'm going to hand these out to you right now before I go ahead and explain them. And you guys know what they look like. I've got those 2 over there. So these are the large flyers. This is what they look like. They're pretty. They're large. Thank you. I know. Yeah, I have 2 different headshots on my listing signs. I have one with me, my phone. Call me because I'll pick up my phone. And then this one is the one that I use for buyers and then for agents as well. So it's a large. Yes, you can put 2 headshots. Is that what the question was? Yes, you can. In your profile, you can add 2 headshots, and I did because I figured it would be good for marketing depending. They're side by side, and you can choose which one you want for the Power Pack. But if you go back in, it sometimes refreshes your Power Pack order. Just do your profile first, finalize that, make sure everything's updated. I did that like 4 times. It was super frustrating. So this is it. It's got large text, easy to read. This is what Robert calls the leave behind flyers, because you're going to be leaving these behind at your listing, for open houses, for showings, for the seller to give to their friends if they need to. You leave these behind. They're also great for a mail away. So let's say you have a client who might be a little bit older, needs to see bigger photos, or just has likes big things in there, to read. It's got bigger text. It's easier to kind of understand. And one of the things that I love about this branding is, even though it's all about the seller, it also has you in mind. And I bring this up at the open house boot camp, but when you're looking, when I went to school for advertising, they always stated that the logo is traditionally on the right-hand side of any kind of print copy. If you look at billboards, things like that, it's moved around a little bit. For the most part, it's on the right-hand side because that's where your eyes go, right? So you'll notice that for most of these products, your face is on the right-hand side, on the front and on the back. They can't not know who you are. And your email's there, so at least you got a little bit of branding. But the phone number that's there is that AR number. And that number is going to be something that you're setting up when you first do your listing power tools. When you click into that app, you have to choose I think you choose the number, right? They give you like a list or something, you choose the number. So you choose that number, and that number is going to follow you around for the rest of your life. No, I'm just kidding, but it is going to follow you around with your listings. This is going to be the number that they're going to talk to. So leave inside the property or include it in a large mail away, and that's what you can do with these guys. The next one that we're going to talk about is the small flyer. This is the small flyer. So the small flyer are small flyers with high definition photos. As you can see, this is them. They're portable and they're easy to place. They are so small. They're smaller than these large flyers, aren't they? When you look at this, the size difference between the two of these, it's a lot smaller and a lot easier to digest, right? So they're more portable. And what I like about them and what Robert stated when he said that, I think I screamed out at my computer, yes, you can put them in coffee shops. You can put them on school boards. You can put them anywhere. You know those like free stands that they have outside Publix or Winn-Dixie? Put those in there. They're easy to place. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to want to market them in coffee shops, school boards, and communities. But it's a really great flyer because I like how much smaller it is. I got small hands. Be able to hold something that doesn't feel like it's overwhelming me. So a little less invasive, I guess. The next one is the postcards. Here we go. So here are the postcards. Like this. Now, when we talked about emotion, when we talked about that personal touch, one of the biggest things that comes with a lot of the products is to be able to have that personal touch. When Robert had this in mind, you'll see that the front, it's a postcard with featuring the property. All routes lead to you. One of the biggest tips is to be able to send these out. Send this out. I was thinking to send it out to vendors and clients. Send it out to the neighborhood. Send this out to everyone. These are the things that keep me up at night. Send this out to everybody. Anyone in the neighborhood. It's a good way to avoid door knocking if you're terrified of it, right? If you're petrified, mail this out. And one of the best parts and one of the things that I realized last night, again, one of those things, is there's a little space right here. Now, I don't know if it's legal or not, but I think I'd give it a shot if I were you. You can put the address right here and then write a note here. So I'm not sure if he did that on purpose. He wanted you to put the address here, but there is a little small pocket there that you can put that. Write a note. Hi, just want to let you know we're listing the property. My name's Jasmine. Put your cell phone in there. Your cell phone's not on here. So put your cell phone on there. Make it personal. Personal touch drives emotion. Emotion is one of the key factors in this power pack. Okay, perfect. The next one is the folding cards. Now I say this at my open house training, and I'll say it to you. I love thank you cards. They're my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I love them, love them, love them. And one of the best things about them is you can send them to everyone. If you're not doing it in your business, you are missing out. Also, if you don't celebrate Christmas, send out New Year's cards. Not a lot of people do it, and it will help you stand out. Just a tip from me to you. So the best part about these thank you cards is that they add that personal touch, and it features the property front and center. This is the property. Where's my branding? Where is it? I don't see it because it's blank on the inside. Oh, there it is. And look how small, because it's not about you. This is a thank you card. This is not about the flyer and the agent branding. Even the TCT is really small as well, right? Minimal branding, because this is probably going to get sent out after someone has seen all of the information about the property. This is going to be sent out to thank you cards to open houses. Send it to the other agent once you've closed, maybe with a coupon for margaritas or something, depending on how hard the deal was. Send this out to the vendors that helped you. Send this out to the seller. You know, send this out to everyone, because all of these things make the biggest difference in your brand. They humanize you. They make you more genuine. So although your branding's not big, Robert Palmer had your interest in mind when making you that personal touch. This drives emotion. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the folding business cards. Now, the folding business cards are fun. I'm just going to hand this one. If you could just hand it over to her when you're done, because I'm not sure where the other ones are. They're in my box. So this is the folding business cards. As I said, this isn't about you. This is about the house. So he did this intentionally. Again, when I was learning about this, I just kept saying, like, my husband heard me screaming, genius, genius, because it's smart. It's smart because the seller feels less threatened by your branding, right? Also the postcards, back to the postcards really quick. When you're looking at people's homes, do you know how many calls I get from previous clients? Oh my gosh, I got another PXP mail away stating I sold this house, I sold that house, I sold that house. What if it was just about one property that's for sale? That makes all of the difference when they're picking up stuff from their mail, right? They're seeing that, they're like, oh great, another agent sold $1 million home near my house. I don't want to sell my house right now. So this house is for sale. So it really differentiates you. Everything was done in mind. Did you have a question, Jasmine?
No, I wanted to also point out, think about the conversation with think about the because of the mic. Yeah. Think about the conversation that you're having with the owner when think about that conversation when what you're having with the owner when you tell them your property is now the brand. We're selling your property. Your house is now the brand. So like Jasmine said, you take yourself away from the brand and you make the house the brand. And that is the product that you're selling. So why not it be plastered all over your material?
I love that. I'm using it from now on. Thank you. Yes. The property is the brand because it's not about you. You're branding yourself in this minimal branding, but it's not about you. The property is the brand. Goosebumps. I love it. I'm using that. Thank you, Jasmine. Yes. So this is the folding business card. It features the property's information on the front and the back, and then they get to the good stuff and they get you right in the center. I love these because they're a unique design. You don't see a lot of business cards that look like this. My husband also told me that it kind of looks like a roof, right? So if you have any goodie bags at your open houses or any of your events, you know, welcome the neighbors kind of thing, just put it on top of it. Be like, oh, look, it's like a little roof on top of it. It looks beautiful when you lay it out during your open houses or any of your events. Yeah, right? You do the little foldy thing. You can put them in design. Tracy Molman, who's part of corporate, when she was teaching me about the box, because I had just started teaching the classes with them, so I hadn't featured the box yet. We had just started incorporating it. And she was like, look at all of the designs you can do with them. And she was showing me all the circles and all of the diamonds. And so there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. So let your seller know that this will be the card that you're using. This is something that Robert says on his, I took some of his stuff, I'll just be point blank. But the thing is that he actually has you download his PowerPoint presentation. You can download it. He's very transparent with that. So I did take some of this stuff. Thank you, Robert. But let your seller know this will be my business card for the week. This is my business card for the week, or for as long as we're listed is what I said. He says your business card for the week, but this is going to be as long as we're listing until these cards run out. So you're going to be putting these at your events. You're going to take them anywhere and use them anywhere. But it can be a little difficult when it's shaped a little strange, right? So it's funny that they gave us 15 of these, but they gave us 20 of these. So isn't that helpful?
Show the camera. Show the camera. What is that?
These are the double-sided business cards. So the double-sided business cards feature the property info on one side and you on the other. So we're not getting too fancy with the other side, making it all, you know, elegant with the 3 photos. They have the 3 photos in one place. So you're still not missing out. The property is the brand. Thank you, Jasmine. That is great. That is going in it.
Yes.
So the house is the brand, yes, right? You are featuring the brand. Right? You're the introducer of the brand. But what I really like about these is they're bold, right? When you see a standard business card, this is what you usually see. Somebody's face, their phone number. Let's say that you have this face down. Somebody's walking by. What the heck is that? A house? People don't usually put houses on unless they're roofers, right? And then it's an icon. So this is very, very interesting to be able to see something different. It's also standard business card size. So you don't have to worry. We were just talking about the folding being weird. That's fine. This is your second business card as far as your listing. This in the fishbowl to win free margaritas, maybe for you, and the selling agent for when you're done. Come on, we've all had hard properties, right? We're all going through it at some point. If you haven't, then you haven't been in real estate long enough, because eventually it'll come to you. But put this in there, use it everywhere. I brought this up when I was practicing. I'm sorry, I'm going off script here. But I brought it up when I was practicing because I practice. I love teaching, so I'm very meticulous with my classes. I hope that this one is good too. You guys are my guinea pigs. I was thinking about this Cuban restaurant. So I'm from Miami. I love Cuban food. I love it, but I also know when it's good and when it's not, right? Yeah. Oh, please take me. If I can have bistec de palomilla for the rest of my life, I will. No, it's. Oh, I haven't had it in too long. So we found this one place with my mother. My mother, she likes Cuban food too. From my mother's Australian who loves it. My mother was going to throw me a quince when we were living in Miami. But then we moved to Orlando and everybody's like, what? Like they didn't get the whole thing. But it would have been pretty crazy to have one, right? Got the dress and I got married, so it's pretty much the same thing. But this Cuban restaurant has glass tables. And everybody puts their, it's off Kaylee, so I don't know if anyone's been to it. They have glass tables and everybody puts their business card. You'll get a lot of leads from it. Door hangers. So I'm going to show you guys this, and then I'm going to yell at you. I'm so sorry. But something occurred to me the other day. I was talking to Coach Dean about it. I was very upset about it. And he told me to teach it to the class. So I will. And it's to be able to prevent you from having what happened to that sales guy with me. He's not having a good day. So this is the door hanger. The door hangers are great because they're well-sized, and they feature the property information. What's really cool about this is it's very point blank. Just listed, here's the address, here's the picture, call to text, that's the agent. Boom, boom, boom. Your eyes follow like it's waterfall, right? It cascades. So it's very simple. You know exactly what it is. It's kind of plain, and I like that. Because when you get like restaurants or I use roofers a lot because they do a lot of their marketing door to door, right? I mean, raise your hand if a roofer has come to your door, right? Yeah. So these are very plain and for good reason. Now, this was something that was featured on the back or on the back. This thing is something that was featured at the Grand Prix. I had the opportunity to speak there, and I'm still going to keep saying that until the end of the year because it was really cool to be able to speak on it. It was Jasmine was front row, so that was really fun. I was terrified, but that was really fun. But one of the things that I noticed, and he brought it up on Real Estate First Fridays, and I think I squeezed the heck out of Andrew's hand when we were in the audience. I was like, that's me. But there's a back on here that you can write a personal note. We're adding to that emotion by adding this personal touch. So you're able to write, hi, sorry I missed you. Just wanted to let you know that we just listed this property and that we're getting the roof done. So there might be construction. Please let me know if there's a problem. Hi, just want to let you know we're having an open house. This is something I teach at the boot camp. All of that. However, there's a caveat to that. So you're able to have that kind of conversation. However, oh, is it there? Oh, no, it's not. That's my other thing. Okay, so I'm just going to yell. Okay.
By the way, breather for you.
Thank you.
Everyone that is on hears you clearly. They're enjoying this. They're giving you emojis. They're laughing about some guy named Matt to leave the room. I don't know who Matt to leave the room is.
I don't know.
But
get out of here. Get out of here, Matt. No place.
I think Matt was unmuted or something.
Oh, Matt. Come on. Get it.
Yeah, everyone is enjoying the presentation so far. So.
I'm so glad you are, but you're not going to enjoy this. I'm so sorry. So I was at my house yesterday or 2 days. It was 2 days ago. I called Coach Dean. He gave me permission. So if it's not nice, if he's on there, you told me I could say this. You said I could say this, so I'm going to say it. I promise I'll be nicer than you and I were on the phone because I was very upset. We got a knock on the door. And I have to say this, I'm sorry, but I had just stepped out of the shower. I was in my towel. Hadn't even put my pajamas on, right? Like I was done. We got a knock, and it was a roofer, right? It was a roofer. And we have a no soliciting sign on our door because Spectrum has come to our house 14 times in a period of 1 year. We don't use cable. We are one of those millennials that have 18 different streaming services that cost more than cable. Yeah. So we don't want cable. My husband, we live in a no HOA, right? So if there was an HOA, they would say no soliciting and there would be criminal, whatever, you could get into trouble, liability. But we don't. We live in no HOA, so we get a lot of solicitors. So we put that no soliciting sign on there. Please don't sell to us. However, I teach in my class to be able to avoid that. You're offering information. Now, when I say you offer information, I mean it. I don't want information about your company because that's soliciting. I don't want information about a sale that you're having. That is soliciting. So the guy said to my husband, I want to offer you information. He said, do you see that there's a no soliciting? He goes, but I have to give you some information. He goes, okay. Then he began to talk about his company and then what they were offering. I was so angry because I teach sales. I teach sales and I hate sleazy salespeople. I am coming from a place of genuineness. If I feel like I'm duping someone, I'm going to back away quickly. I do not go into that gray line, and neither should you. I was angry. I don't know if it's that time of the month or what it was, but I was mad. My husband closed the door, and I opened the door slightly with my towel on, and I screamed at the man. I said, using information is like information about your company is a cop out for bad word, sales, like S word, sales, no soliciting, and I slammed the door. I'm trying to avoid for you to have to deal with an angry Karen like me. If you are going door knocking and canvassing about your new listing, you better be offering some information, especially if there's a no soliciting sign on the door. If you see that, make sure that you come up with something and quick that's going to be able to do that. Talk about the new renovations that are coming. Talk about the event that you're hosting that's going to be for the neighborhood. Talk about the fact that there might be a lot of cars coming in through showings. Come up with something. Do not talk about soliciting. That just can't be done. So that was just the real talk I had to have with you, because as a sales trainer, it breaks my heart when I see people not selling in the right way. And just because you can doesn't mean that you should. So there's a time to sell and then there's a time to give information. So, okay, back to fun. So my favorite product here is the neighborhood report. Now, I brought two because sample is not my favorite example of a good neighborhood report. Not because of anything that Robert has done. This is beautiful, except that it's a fictional area, so it's not real. So it can be difficult to be able to sell this to people when you're looking at the Sam place. And there's not a lot of stuff on the side of the neighborhood report, right? Because it's not real. It's not a real place. Now, look at the difference between an actual property and this one. So I want to let them know this is what your house will probably look like. It might look like this if you don't have a lot of things near you. Let's say you're in a rural area and there's not. But this one has it. This is an open house one, so it's a little different from the box. I'm going to hand these both out to you guys so that you can see them. And when I'm talking about, oh, you have the Sam place. Okay, then I'll just hand that one to you. And you already have the Sam place, then I will see if I have another one. If not, if you could just send that over to them, that would be great. So let's talk about the neighborhood report. It's a bifold flyer featuring the graphics on the outside of the property. Very similar, as you can see, to the large flyer that we're handing out, that if I can find it, made a mess over here. So very similar to the front and the back of the large flyer, except for the fact that this is my favorite piece. You have to click it. It is so cool. Do you remember doing open houses or listing appointments where you're printing out a list reports flyer, something you made off of Canva, trying to make it look this good and it never did? Well, now you have it for free. You have this for free as long as you're providing the photography. If that's the case, please tell them they're paying for it. What?
I said, you're not lying.
I'm not lying. It took me like 2.5 hours to make something like this.
We have a marketing team separately, and it takes us a half an hour just to explain what needs to be done. And they got to do it, so then we got to pay them to do it.
So they're saying that it takes them a half hour to explain it, and then they got to pay them to do it. So it really cuts out the middleman. Sorry about your marketing team, but it does cut it out, and you're able to do this. Of course, I know. I was just.
In case you're listening, they're amazing.
Amazing. They are so great. Great. Actually, marketing teams are wonderful, especially once your business starts to build up, because then it's one less thing that you have to worry about. And it's a good investment, especially if they're good, because they're the ones promoting you. You don't have to promote yourself as much as you're just the face now, right? Which is really nice. Saves a lot of time. You can spend time with your families. So it's informative and it's engaging. It shares information that buyers are going to ask you. Where's the closest bank? Is there a grocery store nearby? Where's the school? Is there Costco? There's a lot of stuff that people would want to know. You're also going to see on the inside of the information area of the neighborhood report that Robert Palmer basically thought of everything. What are the things that people are going to want to know? The coffee shops, the hospitals, the airport, right? The things that I'm saying. I'm realizing I'm just going over my presentation. One of the things I love about it is that it has a regional and a local map. So you can see where the highways are. You can see where the airport is. You can see where the theme parks are. which I love because that's my brand. And then they also talk about the 5-star restaurant or 4-star restaurants that are in the area. Where is there Chinese? Is there Japanese food, Italian, American, diner? He offers it. And then, of course, the call to action is on the back. So it's very helpful. These are very sticky. He talks about sticky things. The leave behind flyers, the thank you cards, and the neighborhood reports are the ones that are the most sticky, most likely to end up on the fridge, and most likely to be taken first. Right? So these things, you get them for free, they're going to be gone. I promise you. You lay those out at one open house or one event, gone. Now, I came up with a really fun idea, and I don't know if it's on there. Yes, I did. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is I would take 2. So for my listing, I haven't ordered the box yet because we thought we were going to have a price decrease. So I'm just trying to be strategic on it. But keep 1 on the fridge with an appropriate magnet. Nothing crazy. No girls in bikinis or anything. Just Publix always does great. So get a Publix or something magnet. Have 1 open and have 1 like this, so that they can see the inside and the outside. This is going to be really helpful. They're going to go to the fridge. Nothing else should be on the fridge except for this neighborhood report. That way, when they're doing the showing and they're going by, they're like, what is that? Ooh, these are all, then it makes you look like a killer listing agent because you provided all the information they were going to ask anyways. Also, give 1 to your seller so that they're able to show it off to their friends if they're selling. Look what my agent did for me. Another thing, and Coach Dean and I kind of worked through this, where the house is, where's that open house one? Because the house is probably easier to see. Thank you. Awesome. Thanks. So with this house here, you're going to see the house is right here. But it's kind of hard to see with all of the icons because all the icons are the same color. Take a metallic marker or a gold star and ding the house so that they know exactly where the house is. Now, there's space, not a lot, but there is some space here. Ask your seller what their favorite restaurant is. It might not be on here. They're like, oh, no, but there's my sushi place. Why aren't they putting that up there? And put it on there. Use a sticky note. Use a metallic marker, right? Add your own personal flair to this so that people have the opportunity. Put it on the fridge, right? Like seller's favorite, Mikado sushi, right? Just have something on there so that it touches into the emotion as much as it touches into the helpfulness for the buyers. So this is my favorite piece of marketing. I can't believe that it's the add-on, but it is. It's my favorite piece. Perfect. Awesome. Wonderful. So you guys made it through the box with me. Congratulations. Yeah, good job.
So how many different pieces of material are there? I know that there's a total of 250, but how many pieces?
There are 8. For each? I did have that on my PowerPoint, but my husband told me to take that off because it was a lot of words and then sizes.
Why did you tell her to take it?
Come on. He's not listening, but you guys yell at my husband for me. But you get a certain amount. I think I said how many. No, I think I did say how many. Yeah, there's 15 of the folding, 10 or 20 of the double-sided. Yeah, do you want to go all the way back? That's fine.
And then
Yeah.
I'm curious, and we could always do a support ticket, but I'm curious, like me personally, I love the neighborhood ones.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I personally love the neighborhood ones because I'm one that I like to go business to business. I like to go in the salons, the restaurants, the local corner stores. So I like the neighborhood one.
Yeah, me too.
That I can put like on, I'll ask the owner, is it okay if I put this here or tape it here or put it there? So I'm curious if we could order specifically let's just say we like something in specific. Can we order that separately?
Sorry. No.
Okay.
You can't.
So there's no
that
add-ons.
comes as a box. You'd have to order a whole one. Right now, that's something that we have put into the marketing team, but as of right now, unfortunately, that's why you always want to make sure you click it and use them wisely if you're going to be handing them out.
Yeah, to answer that question, I have asked the same question, and they said no.
So did I. I wanted more of these.
The only thing that you can order separately are the postcards.
Postcards?
Yeah, I think postcards are the only ones, and I mean you can do like the digital, and they can mail them out.
Yeah. Jasmine, can you walk up to her so that they could
listing, then you need to check off that box saying that it's not your listing and you have asked permission from the listing agent to advertise that property.
Yeah, that was in my slide. I had that for you.
Good point.
Yes,
Good point.
so thank you for saying that because I forgot to say that. So yeah, if it's not your listing, you need to click it. Right now, you are unable to market other people's listings as your own. Now, when 2.0 comes out, that might be different. It might change, but as of right now, not allowed. You have to ask permission first. If the agent has not given you permission, you can be in trouble. So you got to be careful.
Yes, and for those that don't know what I have my mic on. For those that don't know what the 2.0 is, go ahead and look in the knowledge base, see if you can find some information, maybe an old Motivational Monday, something that dives deeper into the 2.0, so you can understand the power of what's being unleashed, such as marketing other people's
open houses.
You can pick an open house agent. You can pick a showing agent. They'll be giving reviews. Like if you contact, Xiomara, Manny has 11 listings right now. I'm sure Manny needs some support with some open houses.
Shout you out during
or emptying the box. You know, you can literally, if you live in Manny's area and you want to, or live in the area of his listings, and you want to dominate that side, Manny would love for you to post his listings. Wouldn't you, Manny? Yeah. And you can look as the authority in your markets.
Do it. I will be teaching on it. Do it.
It's $100. That is so worth it.
You got to do it. You got to do it. I mean, it's basically like Zillow for open house agents. And you just find the person, you click on it, and they can give you reviews. And with my tips, you guys should be fine, right? The class, it should be able to help you enough that you'll be able to do well in your open houses.
Leads are expensive, guys. Okay, if you ask the team leaders in this room that have spent thousands upon thousands of leads for their teams, the fact that you can go out and generate free leads, because if you get one deal, it's going to quadruple your investments, just one. But you will get leads. In fact, since I'm on the subject of leads, Jasmine had, Jackie, there's too many J's. Jackie just discovered something, Jasmine. Can you walk over to Jackie? She was looking in the LPT Connect and she found something out about her marketing material in regards to leads. Listen to this, guys. Can you guys still hear me?
I had no idea. Zach just showed me that based on the door knocking that I've done, you go into your listing leads and you can see all the people that have contacted you. And
that's that listing leads? Yes.
Idea.
Yeah, when you're canvassing.
Usually I get a text message, but I haven't seen all these numbers.
That's what I was showing in the slides. Yes, you click on that and it shows you all of the leads that have interacted with those things. Isn't that crazy? And now you have an opportunity to reverse prospect them.
On the PowerPoint, because that would be good.
They were calling the other one. Yeah.
I was always wondering. I never got any messages or any emails from my listing leads from my last listing, but it's because everything was sent on LPT Connect.
Yes, and if you guys pay that additional $5 when you're doing your boxes, it will get sent directly to you, so you won't have to go through there. So that's why I stated the $5. Yes, it's $5, and so that's why you didn't see them, because you didn't have the premium account. So that's why I say that it's only $5. It's a pretty good investment in your leads. So that's what what the $5 are for. And then also it rings directly to your phone, and you can also personalize your follow-up messages and all of that stuff. Like, hey, it's Jasmine. Like, oh, hey, you were interested in the property. Did you see how it was gray? I couldn't type into it when we were doing the slides for the listing leads. So you're able to type in there and you're able to add it. Not the disclaimer. I think the legal disclaimer is you can't touch that. But yeah, I'll see you. Call me. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys some tips and tricks with the box. Now, when it comes to when you're going to be using this box, a lot of it sounds like, oh, it's my listing, I'm doing this. But in order to get a listing, you have to find one, right? And in order to find one, you need to audition, right? This is what we call the audition. So there are two different types of tips that I'm going to give you. And when I had my first PowerPoint, they all showed up one time, but here they come at both times. All right, so with the public, so this is when you're going to be doing your auditions, when you're doing all of that. So I want you to come out of a place of curiosity, okay? I want you to come to them and ask for opinions. Hey, I'm doing a marketing survey, and I wanted to see your opinion on something. Can I tell you a little bit? And I got Coach Dean's permission to share this. I want to tell you about this box, and I kind of need your opinion on this survey I'm conducting. I'm doing it right now, and it does work as far as getting people to want. People love giving you their opinion. Have you seen Yelp? People love to tell you their opinion, especially if they're go to the most judgmental people you know. Odds are they're going to love it. I mean, this stuff sells itself, so it's fine. Don't be worried about that. Ask for their opinion. Also, ask for referrals at the end. But as I said, I'm not an aggressive salesperson. That's not how I operate. I appreciate those that do. I do. I'm an ID on the disc personality, which is another class that we're working on. So I'm an ID, right? So I like to have fun, but as I was an IC when I first started. I was very analytical. And then I took the test recently, and I realized that after 6 years, if you're in real estate, you're going to start seeing that D come up because you have to manage your business. So now I'm an ID. However, if someone is pushing me too hard in sales, you saw what I did with the guy in the towel, right? Like I don't want to be dealing with some crazy pushy person. So I ask for opinions passively. Do you know? And I'll put the questions. The questions are on the next slide. So, but there's questions that you can ask them to get referrals without being too pushy, and in a way that you're getting opinions rather than sales. Now I want you to go in there with the mindset that you're not selling anything. This isn't your product. This is Robert's product. You just want to see what your friends think. I want you to ask everyone. I've asked my sister, my best friend, my mom, my other best friend. Like I've asked everyone, and they're happy to hear me out. And I'll tell you exactly how to do that in the next slide. During a listing appointment. Now, this is something that's very exciting for me as far as listings. I don't want you to say a dang word when you walk in. Carry that box, make sure LPT's on the outside. Put it on the inside. Very smart here. Take it and put it down. Hi, thank you so much for having me here for the listing appointment, right? So what's that? Oh, don't worry about that. That's a part of my marketing. I'll show you that later. That's the marketing. Oh, and so then they're talking to you and they're listening. They're telling you about the house and and it happened. It happened. I was mentoring somebody with a listing and that's what happened. So yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I keep the anticipation. The anticipation gets the sellers excited. This box sells itself. All I had to do the first time was open. He goes, yeah. So when do we list? I was like, okay. I didn't even do anything. It was the first time I used the box. I had a good thing because I had no idea what the box did. I just started with LPT and I opened up the box. So let the seller hold each piece, just like what I did with you. When they're holding it and they're integrating themselves with it, they're immersing themselves with it, they're seeing it, each product. Wow. Then they see this one. Holy smokes, what is that? Right? Like this one I always leave to the end, just like I did with my presentation. This is the what would you call that? The gang, what is it? Like the best thing, whatever. Gangbuster, I don't know, whatever it is. It's this thing. Yeah, last thing. And explain how it works. From the slides that I sent you, go ahead and make them your own because your words are not my words. Just use it however that you can. But make sure that you're letting the seller know that their property is the brand here. So why not market it as such? These are really great things to be able to tell the seller, and it gets them excited, especially if you wait till the end. Just enjoy the anticipation. It gives you power in the listing appointment. The fact that they're excited about this makes you even better than the guy that came in before you and the guy that's coming after. So use it to your advantage. So incorporate the Listing Power Tools Power Pack into conversations with other agents. I know this isn't PXP. I know that we're not supposed to be recruiting is not the heavy thing. However, who doesn't want to add more people to their team? If you see someone who's good at sales, like you meet a bartender and you're like, oh my God. I mean, come on, you guys all have your license now. You walk in somewhere and somebody is really good. And you're like, you'd be great in real estate. Have you ever said that to anyone? Bring up this in conversations will get other agents somewhere else interested in coming here. So you'll be able to build on that recruiting just with this box. This box isn't just for sellers. The product is for sellers, but the product is also for you. And create a PowerPoint presentation when you're doing your auditions. Now, word to the wise, 10 minutes, that's the most. Any more, then it becomes a timeshare presentation. So 10 minutes, make sure that a timeshare presentation, then they're sitting there like, oh, right? I mean, no offense to timeshare. I mean, good for them. I could never do that job, ever. I really appreciate them. Those are some aggressive salespeople. They know exactly what they want. They go out and they get it. I could not do that. I love talking to timeshare agents. I don't like doing timeshare.
I was going to answer that. How long does?
Sorry, I have a question in the audience.
No, I was just going to reiterate that it was one of my questions was the time, how long it takes to do one, or what you recommend timing wise, but also any chance we could see a listing presentation in action and how it would go?
It's a good question. Maybe I'll have to make a video.
We're doing role play today.
Are we doing role play?
We always do role play.
Fun.
So we're gonna take a break, lunch break, 12:15 and 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, almost. Yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now we'll take a break. We'll hear a little bit more from other médico while we're eating, and then we'll come back and do a role play.
Oh, that'll be fun. Role play's fun. I love role play because it's fake. Just remember, role play is fake. You're acting. So why better to practice on people who are just as terrified as you, right? Instead of people who don't know you. Practice with your friends. And you want to have a good person on the other side. Someone who's going to be like, what do you want? Yep, that's me. Right? When I role play. But yes, aggressive. I give all the different personalities when I role play with people. I want to throw you off. I'm like, I don't want anything. Like, because that's what's going to happen. And then when we're done, we can laugh about it and be like, okay, are we gonna go get coffee now? Like, we know each other. So it's really nice to just do it. I don't care if you feel silly. You're gonna feel sillier if you're out there in the public and you don't know what you're doing. So when it comes to this, but yes, it's about 10 minutes. I found that my presentation is 15 because I love to talk and I take about 5 minutes to get to the point. But the presentation itself is a 10-minute presentation. Some tips for you guys when it comes to that. I have literally maybe 2 points next to my photo for each of them, but I've written down 4 points on my phone that aren't in the presentation. So when I'm talking to them and I'm giving it to them, eventually you'll memorize it. It becomes top of mind, like when you do your greeting for cold calling or anything like that. But I write it down. I'm like, so then it also does this, and it's not on the presentation because I don't want them looking at the presentation. I want them looking at me, and I want them to be able to understand it. Most of the times I'll turn off the presentation because we're already connecting so much, and it makes you look even better. You know what? We don't need this. Let's just keep talking. So this is the next product, just making it more, putting down the walls. It can be used as a tool in so many ways. So not just because if you're nervous and you don't know what to say. Use this opportunity to get yourself familiar with the Power Pack. When it comes to different marketing materials that Robert has given you, make sure that you're reading these magazines. Don't just hand them to your buyers and expect them to know. Like, if you don't know, they go, oh, I have a question about page 15. And you don't know what page 15 is. So you need to familiar yourself with these products. Get to know them. Watch Robert's listing presentation. You will not be disappointed. I was literally cheering at my television or my screen. Yeah, no, but it's really good. He's very good. And it's in the knowledge base.
Yeah, maybe we'll download it and put it in our community, which I'm posting in the group chat. Can you tell them I'm working on getting on that link?
So Jasmine Ramirez is currently working on the link to get you guys connected to their community. So just hang tight. It's in the chat and you can listen to my voice until then.
Thank you.
So their LPG also offers a variety of different packs. So it's not just this listing power pack. They have a digital campaign. That's one that you don't even see. So what they do is you put in the property's information. You know when you're shopping for shoes or you're on Amazon, your computer, not your phone, and you click on something and then you saw it, you exit it out, and then you're on another website and you see shoes for 50% off. You're like, okay, so then you go to the next site and you're looking at dogs and it says shoes for 50%. And you're following me. That's what this digital campaign does. It follows and targets through that marketing so that when a buyer clicks on it, it follows them, right, as they're going. A little creepy, very effective. And it takes it, when they click it, it goes to the website that you've created. So make sure you put in all that information. And then in 2 weeks, they give you a report back on all of the things. They also give you, I think, 5 or 6 downloadable social media things that you can use as well. Yeah, just make sure that you download them the correct way so they don't end up blurry, because that happened to me the first time. Just do it on your computer. It's safer than your phone. And then the prospecting power pack, which comes with jumbo door hangers. So these are great for commercial, I realized. They'd be great for big doors. If you're doing luxury, that'd be great, right? You've got the big door knockers, then you can just click it in there. And they give you a bunch of different products for each power pack and different uses, as I said at the beginning. Okay, perfect. So now I want to challenge you, internet land and out here in the audience, to do the 60 in 60 days. Is it not there? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, is it not there? I was like, oh, this stupid PowerPoint.
You didn't get the cue.
We're like over here in the chat. So
do you see this beautiful picture up here in the corner? Isn't that just so nice? That's Coach Keith Dean. He does our coaching. That's the group that Jasmine, Ramirez, and Carla's in. He is great. He is probably just one of the coolest coaches that I've ever met. Oh, please. How'd you have a box to pack? Huh? So Coach Dean is very, he's a mindset coach. I've seen a lot of coaches that are one size fits all, but he treats us all very differently. And he has a lot of clients. So it's not like he's going up there with Tom Ferry. He's got a lot of clients. So he really takes the time to deal with the clients or with the agent's mindset. He's fantastic and he's wonderful. I love him. And I haven't seen a lot of coaches that do that. And I haven't worked with a coach up until recently with him because I decided I wanted to be an educator and I wanted to change what I've been doing from the traditional real estate and do a lateral step and teach. And some of my guinea pigs from my first few classes are here. So it's very nice to be able to do this. And I really thank Coach Dean for really elevating my business on that. And that's enough sucking up for me today. This is the 60 and 60-day challenge. So I took this from the flyer, so it's a lot of words. But basically what you're going to be doing is I want you to talk to 60 people in 60 days about this box. Sounds hard, but I found a loophole. So find your friends on Facebook and ask them if you can FaceTime them for 10 minutes. That's one person. Yeah, I did it because I was like, well, my friends they're all over here and they're all so busy. I have a lot of friends that are in the theme park industry and they're building this new theme park right now and they don't have time. Half of them don't have time. The other half are getting bigger degrees so they can get more promotions, And then the other people, they live on the other side of the world. I've got family in Australia. Can I show you the box? That's still a person. Now, please make sure you're showing it to people who could probably buy here. You want to do it mindfully, but it doesn't hurt to get the practice and it also counts as your person.
So then let me ask you a question. So let's say, for example, you put that on Facebook. It's okay. Do you put it on the feed or contact them, like people individually?
So I haven't done the feed yet, but I've been coming up with a way that I'm going to do it. I have to, as I teach in my boot camp class, your brand is your own brand. I'm wearing jeans right now. Jasmine has a beautiful pink suit. That's her brand. This is my brand. I'm just very casual because I really can't pretend to be somebody I'm not. I didn't mean to wear my flip-flops. I ran out the door. I had shoes that I was going to wear. But hey, you know what? Flip-flops is me. I'm comfortable. I know I found out that they pushed me up or back in a half hour. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm here. And I'm in my flip-flops and I'm comfortable. These are my favorite flip-flops. I have like 6 of these pairs. Sanooks are gray. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to be somebody else. Now, when it comes to bigger presentations like the conventions and stuff like that, of course you got to dress up. But I love my LPT shirt and I use it whenever I'm training because I want to represent the brand, right? So here are some of the things. So I don't like this. My other presentation, I had other questions. So I'm going to give them to you now because I don't really like these. I pulled these from the flyer, but I realized they didn't represent my brand. I edited it, but that was the one that we couldn't open. So there are questions that you can ask him. So one of the things after your presentation, send them a thank you, send them a text. If you know their address, send them a thank you card. Just buy them in bulk. I have like 1 million that I have a box in, and I just have 16 different types of thank you cards, and I send them out occasionally. So just send it out. It adds that personal touch. It's a little bit of work, but you have no idea how many people call saying, I just got your card. Oh, okay. So if I go to list, you're my agent. Like it's all about building that connection, but be genuine. If you don't like writing, don't do that. So ask engaging follow-up questions. What I did was I created a Google form, right? I made this all so, if you look at this marketing inspired me to be non-invasive when I was presenting to people. I said, I have a Google form. You can fill it out, or I can ask you and I can type it in right now. And I pull out my phone. When you pull out your phone, it can be scary with a person, or it can just be, all right, so what did you like about the box? That's the first question. What did you like? Remember, we're doing a marketing survey here. This is for the audition because this is what the 60 days challenge is. Yeah. You know what? That's great. Oh, I should have given you the link to my Google form. People could have filled it out. We would know. But I could send you all the information. Okay, yeah, I can post the link. But yes, I am. I'm always on board to join a community. So is it Discord or is it Facebook? It's our own. You. A platform?
Thanks to our tech guru,
Maquel.
He created his own software.
Yeah, you did. That's awesome. Oh, cool. Yes, definitely joining your community because I'm very nosy. I want to see it.
Yes.
I want to see it. So go ahead and tell me what you liked about the product. And I try to get them to give me a few things. Some things I've heard, I like the neighborhood report. That's the thing I always hear. I love the neighborhood report. I love it. I think it's great. Now, what did you not like? These are opinions. Remember, these are things, very simple questions. Like, do you know people that could buy or sell? Do you know of anyone who's looking to sell a house? Can you give me a person's name? Help me. Like, you're not doing that. You're asking them their opinion. What did you like? And instead of what did you not like, what would you change? What would you change? Instead of something negative, what would you change? Well, if I could change this, and the people with their opinions, they will give it to you. Some of the things that I've seen was that they thought that they didn't like that the cell phone number wasn't there for the agent, which I think is great for us. Right? They're like, I wish I could call you immediately instead of having to do this. So that's okay, because I can always write it in. They're like, okay, great. And then it looks more personal when you put your cell phone number in pen. Like, I think we're getting along. I'll give you my cell phone, right?
So then, in other words, you would put the number that was provided to you instead of your personal cell number?
No, on all of these products, the number that you have to call is the AR number. Your cell phone number is not present because this isn't branding for you. This is branding for the listing. So what you would do is you'd be like, give me a call. Here's my personal cell. And then you put your cell phone in there. And it's a great way when you're building sales. But that's something that Jasmine probably teaches you in the role play, right? Because she's pro at that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm almost done. I have 4 minutes. Okay, I'll be done less than that. The next one you're going to say is, and it's similar to this, is there anyone that you may be looking to buy or sell a house? However, it's going to go like this. Do you know of 2 to 3 people I can contact on social media or however? Like, can you give me the names of 2 to 3 people I can contact to complete my survey? Because this is a survey, right? Remember, you're not selling anything, so don't be nervous when you go into this. You know this box. You saw my presentation. You watched Robert's. And this isn't about you. This is about this. You like it. Ask them if they like it. And then after that, can you tell me 2 to 3 people who need this right now? They need to sell their house, and they need something like this. Do you think they would like somebody who needs this right now that would love to use this right now? And that way you'll be able to, can you please give me their names? Ask for the names. Make sure the names are in that. Can you please give me the names of 2 to 3 people? Add it in the 1 sentence. Sorry, I didn't write it down. It's in my other presentation. But it's going to be similar to that. See how non-invasive that is? See how less scary that is than say, can I audition for you with my box? Can I tell you about my box? I need you to like my box so that I can sell a house. I need your opinion. Oh, sure, I'll give it. So it's very easy to be able to transform the way that you're using your words. Don't forget to share your success stories on the LPT group. You've seen people boasting about it. Don't you want that to be you? You don't even have to show your face. I saw this. What was that one woman who did it that color pink? Her box was pink. Remember she bedazzled it or something? That was insane. Did you guys see that? I was like, okay.
By the way, I want to thank Clara, who came across this box really quick here. Sorry about that.
Do you want me to hold it for you?
No, this one. So
oh my, see, I thought that was a box. You found that? Fantastic.
Where did you find this out?
I want one. Do they make it in pink? Do they make it in pink? They make it in pink? Oh, tell the girl.
They make it in various different colors, and it can brand.
It rolls.
Yeah. So
it rolls.
No, but we're gonna go into the business of design as well because I have an idea how to design it to match every suit that you wear. Like imagine having an accessory of like matching it, like magnetic.
Can I hold it? Is that okay? And it's
isn't that cool?
It rolls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Xiomara's gonna get her royal blue one. I'm gonna have the red one, and when we do our little presentations, we're gonna have it right here. I walk in. I know you want to know what's in my box. I know you want to know what's in this box.
This is amazing. This will really
get a gold mine.
Get it in a bright color. Get it into something that's flashy. Like something flashy like this is even more outstanding. I do love the classic big white box. I think it's great. I think it works, and it works for me. However, if you're doing any kind of fun, like if this is your brand, then you need to use it. And does it fit everything in there?
It doesn't fit everything. You have to kind of narrow it down.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to find one.
You can put the business cards in here.
Yeah, nothing will
and the truth of the matter is, guys, I personally don't like to go with the entire box. first of all, you shouldn't have an entire box. Okay, let's just start there. But second of all, you should just have like a couple of pieces of each material that's being printed. That way you could leave with them, you can leave with them one of each, and then you can just take one. So have maybe two of each in case there's two people at the listing presentation. Listen, people like to touch, okay? There's something psychological about being able to touch the product, just like the pizza story.
Again.
They were able to smell the pizza, okay? You want to give them a feel of how this feels really smooth, really nice. This stands out. This is not just,
let the seller touch
an
it.
average paper.
Yeah, let the seller touch it.
Let the seller touch it. There you go. I'm over here.
No, you definitely help. You're reiterating everything I'm saying. So
yes, awesome.
United force.
Yes.
Well, that's about it for me. Thank you so much.
Let's give a round of applause, guys.
Thank you for letting me talk your ear off. Thank you.
By the way, follow her on Instagram. She goes to Universal Studios, which she, for some reason, I wonder who she's married to, gets access all the time.
I just got a promotion too. So.
Yeah, we're really excited about the Epic Universal that's coming out. If you're not from around here, you want to tell them really quick about Epic Universal?
Yeah.
Tell them.
All
She's
right,
a theme park realtor.
I could get carried away, so make sure I get cut off pretty soon.
Okay.
I'll go on and on.
No, real quick. We're hungry.
Yeah, right. Starved. You're not hungry, right? No. Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit. I can't give you too much information, mainly because he won't tell me anything. But even though I've tried to be sneaky, I've used every sales tactic, but he knows, so he won't tell me everything. But this is Universal's new park. I think it's their 4th theme park, because they count the 3rd one as the water park. It's opening sometime next year. I still don't have a date. I've been digging. I still can't get it. But it's really, really cool. I think I talked about this the last time we were here for the prospecting, that it's going to be a very immersive theme park. It's nothing you've ever seen, and it's basically Disney checkmate. So I'm sitting there with the popcorn.
That's a bold statement.
Yes, Disney has owned Orlando for a very long time, and Universal has finally stepped it up a notch. They're biting their fingers, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys. I'll see you at the parks.
All right. Well, thank you again, guys. All right, guys. So Newton, ven para acá un momentico. Don't worry, we do Spang English, baby. Guys, again, we want to thank Newton with Arreglo Crédito. Vivian, I sent you, you guys connect already?
Yes, we did.
You see that?
I send a message to Viviana. Thank you again for inviting us. Jasmine, we appreciate. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
To keep learning with Jasmine about the toolbox. So
yes, and more to come.
Yes, more to come. So
in fact, are you going to be? We might be seeing you at this event, right? Yes. Jesus, we might be seeing you guys at our next event, July 18th. Yes, we're going to talk out the details.
Exactly.
So you can scan. You guys can scan. Sorry.
Yeah, it's July. Say June, but I know it's.
Oh, sorry. It says June. It's July.
Pretty soon, but thank you again.
Listen, we were literally putting our community in place while it's been a lot, guys. We haven't slept. Bear with us. Gracias. Fue un placer siempre. Okay.
Arreglo Crédito is here for you guys. So any question, just let us know.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
To your clients.
That's right. Arreglocredito.com. We're going to put it in the chat now. All right, guys. Scan your QR code. We'll see you at our next training. We're going to talk about breaking barriers with buyers. Xiomara just did a buyer consultation training in Spanish. We might be able to get her to maybe do it in English with this class. I don't know. We'll talk to her about it. But, all about this is a very challenging market if you allow it to be challenging. You can literally thrive in this market. You can strive. You can put your best suit on, or you can be in your flip-flops. It doesn't matter. The most important outfit that you can ever wear is a smile and confidence. So make sure you join our community. We're coming to you with more trainings. Any final words, Xiomara? No? Join the community. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye. In July, we're going to have the breaking barriers with buyers. And then we are also going to have a boot camp here at the Level Up office in August. as well as September, I'm going to be in South Florida. And then October, I'm going to be in Texas. I think it's going to be probably like the second week of October. Hey, Zach, second week of October, I'll be in Texas, guys. But it'll be El Paso, Texas. I might be swinging by Houston to see my family out there, the Level Up family in Houston. So I'm really excited that we're building this. So glad that you joined.